It's the Rolls Royce of mixers, at the top of every aspiring baker's wish list, but can you really justify its hefty price tag? The KitchenAid stand mixer. Is it worth it? No, it's not worth it. I'm coming right out of the gate and saying this, folks. $399 for this hefty, clunky wealth trophy for kitchen ingenues is too much. I own this one, and it's basically just a set piece to trick guests into thinking I'm a baker. I got mine on sale for $250, and I maybe use it once a month. That said, these mixers are a very popular product on Slickdeals and for shoppers in general. They show up on sale all the time and are consistently a coveted Black Friday doorbuster. They're here to stay, and I'm not sure I can convince you not to buy one if you're really dead set on it. But even if you do buy one, and you have one and use yours all the time, there are countless mixers available for 1/10 the price or less. For this video, I'm not gonna be analyzing all the options and figuring out whether you should spend your money on one of these. Unless a loved one is held for ransom and this is the kidnapper's only demand, no one needs this. But a lot of people still want them. Before we get started, do you own a KitchenAid stand mixer? If so, tell us in the comments which color you got and why. If not, tell us which mixer you do use. Now back to it. I'm gonna cover why this stand mixer is so popular, help you secure the best deal on one, and reveal my recipe for the perfect chocolate chip cookie. Let's start with that one.
I wanna preface this by saying this is not a cooking channel, so we're not doing any of this to show you a special recipe. This is more to go over the stand mixer itself. So that said, this is my favorite recipe for chocolate chip cookies. Please subscribe. First off, when you're making cookies, you wanna start with the wet ingredients. So you do the egg and the butter, first of all, drop it in there. This is 1 egg. And then we're also gonna mix in our brown sugar. And we're just gonna give that a mix. One really cool thing about the mixer is the heft to it does make it feel sturdy when it's mixing ingredients. I'm gonna add in some vanilla. You're doing your dry ingredients next. This is all-purpose flour. Incorporate this a little bit at a time because otherwise the flour is just gonna fly in my face. And I wore a black shirt, which was a bad idea. This is salt and baking soda, semi-sweet, and dark chocolate chips. Another thing I'll say that I really like about the stand mixer is this bowl is amazing. This bowl is probably the best design for mixing bowl that I could imagine. A lot of recipes recommend using an ice cream scoop. I just feel like the ice cream scoop is just a little too small, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And then you're just gonna pop these in the oven for 375, and they come out splendid.
I'm back, y'all. Let's start by talking about price. KitchenAid has a line of stand mixers, but what I would consider to be the cream of the crop is this Artisan 5-quart. They MSRP for $400, but with how often they go on sale and the availability of refurbished models, no one should ever have to pay more than $250. But even at that sale price, $250 is 10 times the cost of this Sunbeam hand mixer I got for Walmart. And at the end of the day, it does the same thing. That not good enough? You want a stand mixer specifically, one that rests on the countertop and you just throw in the ingredients and let it do all the work like this? Boom, I got you. Hamilton Beach for $44.99 with dough hooks, beaters, and a whisk. And it doubles as a hand mixer. Don't get me wrong, I love my KitchenAid. I will keep it forever and I do not regret this purchase. But because there are so many more affordable alternatives, you can't say the price makes any sense unless there's maybe features that the KitchenAid has that alternatives don't. I mean, sort of. You can get them in basically any color your heart desires, like this vibrant black. Besides that, the only really unique offering comes in the form of expensive accessories. KitchenAid has tried really hard to create a line of add-ons that make these more than just a mixer. You got pasta makers, ice cream makers, meat grinders. There are a host of accessories available as attachments for these mixers. Enough to make you dazed and confused. I mean, even the stuff that comes standard with it is confusing to me. What the heck is this thing? And getting back to the additional options, to me they're kind of pointless because they're too expensive. A pasta maker attachment, for instance, costs $200 from KitchenAid and $100 from a third party. Comparatively, you can get a decent standalone pasta maker for as low as $40 on Amazon. And does anyone need to spend $200 for a pasta maker attachment? I'll save you some trouble. You could literally buy 250 pounds of spaghetti from Walmart right now. Link in the description. It's all about the aesthetic. KitchenAid has built the stand mixer brand into a household necessity. Every celebrity chef has one, they're sold in all the top stores, and it has become a visual staple for any reputable chef's kitchen. So people aren't buying these because they need them, or because KitchenAid has some specific killer feature that makes no sense and no competitor can offer. They're buying these because they look nice, because you can get one in any color you want, because they have multiple finishes, because it adds personality to your kitchen, and because without one, many people feel like they're missing out. How about reliability and quality? This is important. When I originally bought mine, I had an issue with the bowl that required me to send it back. It was basically like the stainless steel had some residue on the inside of it and some scratches, and I just felt like for how much money I was paying for this, it should have been as smooth as a baby's bottom, so I sent it back. Since I bought it, it's been really great with one exception. I left my beater attachment on it for a while, and apparently the residue can build up on the inside of here, so it got stuck, which resulted in a sad and desperate attempt to pry it off with no luck and a nasty rash to the beater's finish. Then I looked up this problem and I discovered the solution is to heat up the beater to expand the aluminum. So I ran it under some hot water for a few minutes and that got it off. Very scary moment for me. I was literally on my kitchen floor for an hour with a hammer thinking my negligence had destroyed this precious recipe paperweight. And precious they are. I can't say KitchenAid stand mixers are worth it, but I can't really tell you to avoid them either. They're solid, reliable, they work well, they come with a 1-year warranty, not horrible. So how do you get one of these babies at the best price? Check available options at different retailers. First, if you're not in the sale season, look for refurbished models. They can run between $200 and $280 depending on color and finish. Lightly used models can be even lower in the 100s range. If you've got some time, set a deal alert on Slickdeals. The best deal we've ever seen was April 2020 at Fry's Electronics for $93. If you can get one on sale for $150 or less, I'd say it is worth it. More of the high-end competitors like Cuisinart have other models in this price range, so it does make some sense. This has been worth it. Please subscribe below if you like this series and want to see more. I'm Pete King, and if you paid full price, you weren't really trying.